Hello, this is Attorney Sherrod Seward with Innovative Immigration Law, and today I'm discussing options for culinary professionals in certain kind of circumstances. In this circumstance, we're talking about someone who is not necessarily a world-renowned chef, is from India, but has permanent residence in Canada. And the question is, what is the best visa type for this category? As most people know, the O1 category is most appropriate for people that have risen to the top of their field. In the culinary arts, this is often chefs who have received rewards for their work or have worked closely with restaurants who have won international awards for their work. But it can be pretty difficult climb if it's somebody that just has worked kind of behind the scenes in some pretty good jobs, but nothing that's considered world-class. This is common for people that work on cruise ships or on resorts and things of that nature, as opposed to persons that work in Michelin level restaurants and high-end restaurants that are covered regularly on news coverage and things of that. So in that case, probably the O1 is not the safest bet. It's not to say that people cannot get it. It's just an upward climb to kind of show why their skill set, why their experience was so important to be risen there, because a lot of the information out there won't be necessarily about them. There'll have to be a lot of work that goes into the context of why that's appropriate. The next thing we would look at is if they are a Canadian or a permanent resident, they might be eligible for the TN visa. So I'm just going to share my screen right now to show what's going there. So here's a list of the professions that are eligible for the TN visa. Of those that be good for a culinary person is hotel manager, but this really deals with not just cooking, but overall management of the business. There would be nutritionist, which should be in here somewhere, nutritionist, but they'd have to have a bachelor's degree in nutrition, and also a dietitian. So these are more looking at on the doctor kind of health side of things as opposed to the taste side of things. And that's why we think that this one and all of the other kind of professions out there under the TN visa are not appropriate in this case. In this case, probably would be the best straightforward is to use the P3 visa. The P3 visas are for individuals or groups of people that do something that's culturally unique, and that can be proven that it's culturally unique to come to the United States. So if someone is very good at cooking native Indian dishes, it's even better if it's a subsect of Indian dishes that they have really training in, or if they have previous experience that can be documented, and making those type of foods could be very advantageous. Unfortunately, the P3s are only good for 1 year at a time. But if you're looking at bringing somebody quick and getting them right to work, it's really the only option there besides the O1 and the TN that can get them here quick enough with that work authorization. But under these circumstances where someone is not necessarily world renowned, but they do have a culinary experience that is culturally unique, and they also don't qualify for any of the TN professions, the P3 is the way to go. And it is for 1 year, but it can be renewed for multiple years. And while the person's doing that, they can be working on something more robust, like a green card under the EB2 or EB3 category, depending on what their educational requirements were. So that is my suggestion in this circumstance, is that the P3 visa is the best for culinary arts that are not world renowned and do not qualify for a TN visa. Thank you very much.